Welcome back. The wait for Fiji Rugby Union to announce the new sponsors is expected to be a while longer. When contacted today by Fiji One News, Fiji Rugby Union Acting CEO Bulletin confirmed they are still yet to finalize the decision. It's believed the announcement was prolonged after the recent submission by DigiCell. Kafour has, however, confirmed 4 local companies have put in their bids. Last night, DigiCell clearly stated that it has matched a competitive offer for sponsorship of Fiji Rugby. DigiCell have been sponsors of Fiji Rugby since 2006. Over the past 7 years, DigiCell has invested over $15 million into Fiji Rugby and had therefore retained a contractual right, referred to as an option to match, which it exercised yesterday. The Fiji Sevens team will not have any scrimmages with any teams ahead of the weekend's Las Vegas Sevens. The side will stick to full training mode as coach Ben Ryan took them through a tough session when they arrived yesterday.
I've asked a couple of countries that maybe we'll have a scrimmage against, but right now it's not something that we need, so maybe we'll do it in Wellington, one of the local club sides perhaps.
Ryan tweeted, quote, "Good gym session today," unquote. The boys are enjoying the cool 19 degrees in Las Vegas as they prepare to face Scotland and Australia first on Friday.
We're definitely going to win tournaments. We're going to try to win every game, and we're going to try to win every tournament, and we're going to work as hard as we possibly can. And if we can look each other in the eye, and we look the public of Fiji in the eye after every game and go, you know, we've given it our very best, that's all you can ask.
The new team manager, Paul Mbiu, is ready for the challenge in both the Las Vegas and Wellington tournaments. Mbiu has an equally demanding job in keeping the players in tune both on and off the field. Mbiu is one of the 3 managers on the series, and he came on board with a very impressive record, having managed Nandronga to both the DigiCell Cup and Fair Brother titles last season. He also featured 13 times for the Flying Fijians from 1999 to 2003.
I don't see any obstacle of working with Ben. I've been managing a team for the last 10 years, so at the moment we really assist Ben in whatever we can to achieve what we want to achieve in these legs, to win both back-to-back win for these 2 legs.
The Fiji Warriors have been drawn with Reds A, Force A and Junior Japan in the 2014 Pacific Rugby Cup. The side will start their title defence against Reds A in Brisbane on March the 2nd. They will then face Force A week later before facing Junior Japan at the Gold Coast in mid-March. The Noke Male coach side hopes to win, but they know it will not be easy. The Argentina Pampers will participate in a new-look IRB Pacific Rugby Cup. It is an unofficial 3rd national team from Argentina below the Pumas and Jaguars, although it has been described as the 2nd team as well. For the first time, the tournament will be hosted entirely in Australia and will be organised by the IRB in partnership with Australian Rugby Union. The key development tournament kicks off on February 21st and features Super Rugby franchise development sides from Australia. They will be competing against development squads from Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, Japan and for the first time, Argentina. ACT Brumbies winger Henry Spade's international exile could end this week when the International Rugby Board meets to determine if he's eligible to play for Australia. It is understood a 3-man IRB panel will decide this week to either immediately lift the ban that prevents Spade playing for Australia or delay his test hopes until November. The Fijian-born try-scoring machine's Wallabies dream has been sitting in limbo for more than a year as officials debate how long he has been living in Canberra. It's been a major boost just 4 weeks out from the Brumbies Super Rugby season opener at the Canberra Stadium. A strong 3 second round of matches will be played in the National Football League this weekend. With some major upsets last week, this week's fixtures will certainly not be a walk in the park, but a tough 90 minutes of competition.
Expect more exciting battles in the Fiji Football Association's Fiji Sun Skipatuna National League in the weekend. With some upsets in the draw last week, teams will step up considering their performance.
Every point will be important for them this season, and they can't afford to lose any point to be in contention, and they should really, teams which finished in the bottom half of the points table last year, they really need to pull up their socks to be in contention.
3 games will be played in the second round of the games in the weekend. Undefeated Rewa will face Lautoka in the feature match, while Nandronga will travel to North to face Lambasa on Saturday, and the high-flying Suva will host Navua.
Nandronga has been a bit surprising this year in National League. They had a good start with 3 points, and currently they are one of the top teams on the points table. And we expect a good game against Lambasa. If Lambasa really needs to improve to be able to beat Nandronga in there.
With the Piles Gamen Champion vs Champion series also going into the third game, Nandi and Ba are expected to join the National League from next week. Ba opens their NFL campaign against Navua, while Nandi will meet Nandronga.
Expectations are high from them when they come in the National League. They should be fully prepared to face other teams in the National League.
Fiji FA is expecting the fans to turn up in numbers to show their support to the teams.
We had a good turnout at all venues, even at Walawanga Park, Nandronga. People just came out to support their districts, and it was great.
Hope the district teams will get their game on to give the fans the much-needed entertainment. Vashnil Prasad, Fiji One News.
The Suva volleyball team were at it again today, prepping for this weekend's Vulava volleyball tournament. Having notched wins in the open grade at last week's Battle of the Powerhouse, the side knows this weekend will be a different ball game altogether.
With only 3 days left to the Vulava, the coach and officials of Suva know how hard it will be to wrestle the trophy away from defending champions Rewai. Suva has a lot of talented players, and with only 5 teams per association, it will be a daunting task for officials as they finalize their squad.
Suva is such a large association. We're trying to fill in our development side the under 21s. We hope to have 5 men's team and 3 women's team.
The win against Rewai last week is history for them, and they know they will have to do the hard yards to accomplish their mission.
We are looking forward to Vulada. Rewai is a defending champion. They'll be prepared very well for this tournament. In order for us to try to win that title, we have to work very hard.
Katia stresses that the tournament will be tough, and they will not underestimate any team, as all have prepared well.
We've got Kinoaya, we've got other associations. They have very good players, and coming through them it's just tough than meeting Rewai maybe in the final or in the semi. That has always been tough. The crowd, the support that they have.
Selina Navuso, Fiji One News.
The Fiji Hockey Federation has named its 15-member under-18 girls and boys squad as they prepare for the Youth Olympics qualification rounds in Vanuatu. The officials had the trials last weekend where they chopped the squad from 17. Players from Suva, Nandi, Lautoka and Levuka were in the squad with competition calendared for March. They'll trim both the girls and boys squad to 10 on February 4th.
We saw the ones that were sort of borderline really step up, and we've seen a dramatic improvement in the actual skill levels. There's a lot to be improved on, but still we're making very good progress.
The New Zealand netball side gifted their mid-court player Laura Langman with a win as she made a 100th cap for the Silver Ferns. They beat England 49-32 in their netball test in London this morning.
Here at Olympic Park is where the Silver Ferns were meant to take on England. But at the last minute, the venue was moved 15 kilometres across London with no spectators allowed. And not everyone got the message.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock when we got here.
I'm really gutted because I was quite excited to watch them all play and learn from their techniques.
This is why a weightlifting event the day before the test left 64 holes and $8 million worth of damage.
In some ways, having to deal with that sort of quick changes in plan and having to make sure that we're flexible and adjust to those sorts of things is actually a very good thing.
It's disappointing because we want to showcase our facilities to you guys, and we know this isn't what your team is used to.
Only 200 VIP guests were allowed in. The Silver Ferns told me that although they feel bad for the 4,000 fans who purchased tickets and weren't able to come here to watch the match, They are thankful that they didn't have to deal with the raucous English crowd. It created a very different kind of atmosphere for Laura Langman on her 100th consecutive test.
It had a different type of feel to it, and no, I really enjoyed it.
The tough 27-year-olds getting caught up in the moment.
I never got teary in my first match, but I don't know what it is, about the 2 zeros on the end.
The junior shooting team of Catherine Lato and Jodie Brown were able to give her the 49-32 win. The New Zealand coach sticking with them despite a shaky start.
New Zealand draw it back level.
An eventful series preparing the pair for another possible match-up against England at the Commonwealth Games in July.
Two-time finalist Li Na raced into the semi-finals of the Australian Open as she produced a ruthless display to beat Flavia Pennetta. The fourth seed from China broke the Italian in the first game of the match, following up with 2 more to lead the first set 5-love. And the second set was equally one-sided as Li eased to a 6-2, 6-2 victory.
That'll do it. Fantastic performance. He's happy, everybody's happy.
Meanwhile, Roger Federer beat Joe Wilfried Tsonga 6-3, 7-5, 6-4 and will face Andy Murray in the quarterfinals.
Comebacks tonight. It was the Federer of old.
And the great champion is through to his 41st Grand Slam quarterfinal to equal the deeds of Jimmy Connors.
The draw is a very testing draw, and I know it's tough. It's not easy for anybody right now at this stage of the tournament because you don't want to have any hiccups right now.
The England skipper Alistair Cook is considering his future as the team's captain in the wake of their latest series loss to Australia. The Aussies, cruising at the target of 244 in Sydney, have taken a 3-0 lead on a 5-game series.
Oh, and there he goes again. Dave Warner at his best.
The catch wasn't too bad either, Australia securing the 7-wicket win with 100 overs to spare. Black Caps speedster Adam Milne has been ruled out of the remainder of the one-day international series against India. Milne hobbled off during the Sunday's opening victory in Napier with a side strain as they beat India.
The moment that turned a classic match.
He tried, and he's out!
Virat Kohli gone for 123. Big left-hander Mitchell McClenaghan again proving Brendan McCullum's match winner.
Virat's innings was world-class again and showed why he's one of the best players in the world, and we sort of knew that we had to get him out if we were serious about winning that game.
Taking on the best and beating them, written all over the Kiwi faces. Defending a barely passed score of 291, they made the best possible start.
Full shot, should be out.
Before the world's best one-day batsman took control.
Oh, that's beautifully timed.
Kohli in supreme form from the outset, but the Black Caps chipped away at the other end.
There's an opportunity. Oh, what a catch!
New Zealand on top, Kohli easing past 50 before the Black Caps broke through again.
Can't control that. It's out, what a catch!
The dismissal a signal for the new Master Blaster to take charge.
Crunching shot.
Jesse Ryder with a difficult chance in the 90s before Kohli went to his 18th one-day century.
What a 100!
Indian captain MS Dhoni also joining in on the fun. The tourist taking 51 off 5 overs in the power play, while New Zealand lost Adam Milne to injury on the cusp of also losing the match. The vital breakthrough.
Oh, is it the helmet? Oh, what a catch!
Kohli kept India in the hunt until McClenaghan's defining blow.
And he's out! Oh, he's out! The bonus wicket!
India's talisman gone. The tail no match for a rampant New Zealand.
Must be close!
The Kiwis eventually winning by 24 runs. The challenge now to back it up in Hamilton on Wednesday.
And that's sports for today, Vuli.
Thanks, Myron. Stay with us. We have world news from our global news partner, CNN, after the break.